I think we should start now. Okay, first of all, thank you very much and a very good morning to everybody. So welcome to our sessions of our second session on the COVID-19 series. The objective of this series is to help industry after going back after COVID-19, what you need to prepare and what you need to do. Because as a fellow Malaysian and everybody is expecting after unlock sessions, so the whole business world will undergo quite a tough time. So please be ready of the challenges that would be. So our topic today is on the project management for HR. And when I have a look at the slide of the expert or our guru today, actually the knowledge is not only for the HR, even though I myself as a consultant, as a business owner, and also as an advisor for several boards. So I feel that that knowledge definitely can help me as well. So let me give you a brief idea who is a speaker and also who is a guru that volunteer to help to share the knowledge to everybody. So let me introduce Mr. Ooi Wee Kheong. He is a certified project management professional, PMP, from the Project Management Institute, PMI US, and a certified SolidWorks professional, CSWP, from SolidWorks industry. He's experienced project management manager and innovate designer who has completed more than 20 development projects and recognized as inventor for 2 design patents registered under International Cooperation Treaty. So today he will share more on the project management. Before I start, during the first session, I think I skipped on what is CBMRA. So today I represent CBMRA. So CBMRA is the Consultant and Management Business Research Association, which is a non-profit organization. The CBMRA is the professional body that qualifying body of consultant and also research internationally. CBMRA aims at setting the high standard of quality, independently, objectively, integrity for the consultant and researcher originating from a board. The aim of the association are to enhance practicing standard of management consultant, research and confidence to the client about the research and consultancy services in the world. CBMRA is awarding body for Certified Business Management Consultant, CBMC, and Certified Business Researcher, CBR, recognized by United Nations and in over 50 countries around the world. CBMRA creates a platform to get all members and consulting professionals and researchers worldwide stay connected through various activities organized and professional development throughout the year. And also, we'd like to thank Humanology for hosting this event. Humanology is a research, consultancy, publishing, and also training company in Malaysia. I think without further discussion, so I would let me invite Mr. Ooi to start his session today. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Dato. Can you all hear me well? Is it loud enough, clear enough? Yep. Okay. Good. Yeah, I received very good feedback. Yes, I think I hear me well. So yeah, again, thank you, Dato, for the nice introduction about myself and also the CBMRA. So first of all, I would like to thank Humanology as well as CBMRA giving me this opportunity to share some of my experience and also what I learned from past working experience. So but today's topic is talking about the project management for HR and what we need to do after the COVID-19. So I'm not sure how many of you joined the Jeremy session. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Before that, I think maybe we need to have some crowds. I need help from every other participant. If you do not have any of the question, probably you can mute your mics. But if you have any question, you are always welcome to put on the chat box. So if I can see the chat box, I will immediately reply your question. Or if I miss your question or your text, not to worry. At the end of the session, we still have a Q&A session. I probably will reply all of your questions. Okay. So go back to today's topic. We're going to talk about the project management for HR, or what to do after COVID-19. So if you attend today is actually the second session for this series program. And if you attend the Mr. Jeremy session on 2 days ago on Wednesday, he actually gave a very good introduction what is a crisis that we have currently. So this COVID-19, in fact, he claimed it as a black swan effect, and we probably only happen once in your life. And believe me, none of us would like to experience this second time. Okay, it's very really suffer. So, and bear in mind something is that we don't treat the crisis as a dead end. Okay, every crisis actually come with opportunity. It purely depends how you're going to transform yourself to change your behavior or the working style to fit into this new era and bring your business or enterprise to another level. So this is where the project management skill that coming in to help you to manage all these transformation program and also activities. Okay, so with that, I'm going to enter our today's topic. So this is something about myself. I believe Dato have mentioned just now. I'm the project management certified professional. So I'm an engineer actually. Before that, and I'm more involved in the project management and the project manager for several projects in past. Okay, so what are we going to talk about today? What project management that grew in the COVID-19? So today, actually, project management is a very broad topic, and since today we are more focused on HR, so I'm going to touch more on the human-related problem, such as the stakeholder engagement, the project prioritization, project monitor, and the very key point is how we're going to manage the team remotely. Okay, so we start with the first thing, the project prioritization. So during this COVID-19, a lot of big projects, the construction, and the very best example is the Olympic. The event that happened only once in the 4 years is actually have to be on hold and reprioritized before they can proceed again. And based on the latest news, you have to delay at least 1 year from now. So, and throughout this crisis, a lot of entrepreneurs or a lot of people have a lot of idea what I want to do. A very good example in China, when they first have this COVID-19, what they do is a lot of the medical company convert their business from the existing to become the face mask manufacturer. But because the transformation is too fast without a proper plan, now a lot of them having some problem is the demand now is higher, lower than the supply. And also because the transformation with the activities run too fast, they don't have a proper so-called the procedure to monitor all the process. And causing that all the masks and some of the tester that they produce in China sent to Europe, it actually get rejected back because the failure rate is too high. So this is where I think that the project prioritization is very important. You need to really sit down and think what is important to your project, company. You may have a lot of ideas, but you need to evaluate it with the very limited cash flow on hand, especially after the MCO for 1 month. Today, I think the 1 month shop is starting from 18th of March. So you have your cash flow has been reduced and reduced. What to do in your company with the limited resources, limited time, and limited cost, and brings the highest impact to your projects or to your company. Okay, so these are the three time, cost, and impact are the three important elements that we are having in our project management when we come to decide which other projects that we want to do. Okay, so I share you tools that how you're going to prioritize your projects. Okay, I give a very real life example, and it's also happened in a lot of family. I would say almost all the family during this MCO. Okay, what you want to cook tonight as a dinner? Okay, in fact, cooking is considered as a project. Okay, you might have a lot of ideas. It's like what the entrepreneur right now, they have a lot of transformation idea. They want to do a lot of things. Like you want to do curry chicken, you want to do rendang, cook meat soup, and nasi lemak, for example. But which one do you want to do in order to bring the biggest impact to your company? So you can classify what I mentioned just now, the time, cost, and the quality. So you might think that, okay, maybe you are focused more on the quality. quality means like the satisfaction of your family members or the cash flow of your company. So you might put better waging, 40%. Cost. If you're very care about the cost or the price that you use to spend to develop this project, then maybe give another 40. And time probably is not so important if you want to, because you have in MCO, you have more time at home, so you can stay more time in the kitchen, so probably 30%. So with simple calculation and with some simple mathematics, it helps you actually define which are the things can bring you the biggest score. Okay, in this case, when we're talking about cooking, so what will happen? What's the winner? The winner of the all the prioritization is curry chicken. So you have to think that, okay, tonight I want to cook curry chicken at home, and this will give me the better, bring the biggest benefit to my families and all these things. So the entrepreneur actually can apply the same concept into your company. So first you list down all the projects, then you can see what you want to do, what you want to focus instead of time, cost, and quality. Then you get the score, and those that with the highest score, of course, it brings the highest impact or immediate impact to your projects. Okay, so after you have idea what you want to do, or you have the top 3 ideas what you want to do, next what you do is you have to define who is the stakeholder of your projects. And what does it mean, stakeholder? Stakeholder is actually those individual or an organization whose interest might bring the direct impact to your company or in your overall project success. A lot of projects, their failure is not because of they don't have the proper planning. It's just because they don't have a proper consideration of the stakeholder. And those stakeholders with been left out and not properly informed, it actually screw up their overall project success. Okay, so how are you going to define who is your stakeholder? Okay, so over here, we are actually classified the stakeholder into 4 quadrants. Okay, I use another live example that makes you understand this, how to divide your stakeholder easier, which is also, but I was so called as one of the transformation project because of this MCO. Okay, so when the project, when the Prime Minister announced the MCO, he used to say one thing. He said, all of us have to stay home, but you are allowed to come out to buy the essential thing. But bear in mind, only one person, the main household, allowed to come out to buy the grocery. So a man like us who think ourselves a household, of course we volunteer and say, I go and buy the grocery, right? So buying the grocery, in fact, is considered as one big project. Okay, so but if you want to run this project, who is a major stakeholder in the red zone, who have very high interest and very high impact? Okay, who can direct impact? So I believe you may come to one thing to your mind. When you want to buy grocery, the key stakeholder who have high interest, high impact will be your Mrs. Wife. Okay, they can immediately influence what you want to buy. If you buy wrong, you'll get scored and you can screw up your whole project. So what need to do if you have this kind of key stakeholder? You need to keep them closely communicated to make them buy in what you have done. Okay, so if you, if you go to the grocery shop recently during MCO, what we commonly see is usually the man go and buying grocery with your handphone. What you do with your handphone? You are having some FaceTime or live chat with your key stakeholder, with your Mrs. Wife, to ensure what are you buying is correct. So this is also same apply to your projects. Whenever you want to run any of projects, and you need to always keep your key stakeholder informed and acknowledged and to buy in whatever that you do. Okay, after you define all your key stakeholder, you need to define the second phase, second stakeholder, which under the blue quadrant, which have a very high impact, but they might not really interested what you're doing. Okay, go back to the example that we're going to buy grocery. Who is the people that fall into this quadrant? Can you think of? Yeah, the answer actually is police or the army who is setting up the roadblock. Okay, they have no interest to know what you want to buy for your tonight as a grocery, but they have the ultimate power to decide where you can go. You want to go Tesco? No, sorry, it's above 10 km from your house. You need to go to Giant, which is only 2 km from your house. They have a direct impact. So when you face this kind of a stakeholder, what you can do? Okay, you need to keep them satisfied. Another very good example for this during this MCO is a lot of entrepreneurs want to resume work during this MCO. So what you need to, who is a stakeholder or under this quorum when you want to resume work? The answer is definitely MITI. Okay, they're not interested to know how you want to reoperate your business, but they have the ultimate power to say you are allowed or you are not allowed. So you need to keep them satisfied and also fulfill all the requirements set by them. And always keep them warm and update what you have done. So make them say that, okay, your permit can be continued. Okay, so these two quadrants is very important. Stakeholder fall into these two quadrants is very important. They have ultimate power to screw up whatever that you want to do. Okay, the next quadrant, which is under the purple color, if we have very good interest, but they have no impact at all to your project. So, for example, you want to buy grocery, who is the one that under this quadrant? The answer is definitely your kids. Okay, they have lists of the items they want you to buy, but they have no power to instruct you what you buy. What you need to do with this kind of stakeholder, you just need to inform them or keep them informed what you have done. For example, after you buy grocery, you go home, you just need to tell them, come on kids, this is Dad buy for you today. You have chocolate and ice cream, no others. All right. So you just need to, and come back to your projects, who is the people that fall under this quadrant? It's probably your co-worker, your peers, or your supporting team. They are not directly involved in the projects, but they would like to know what you are doing because anything that goes wrong might impact them. So you just need to keep them informed, saying that, oh, this is how the progress, this is how things is go. So to make them happy, okay? So the last quadrant, which is the least important, which they have very low interest and low impact. What does it mean low interest? And you might have a big question mark. If they have no interest and low impact, why I still need to consider their view? It's because you still need them to help you in certain way. For example, you're going to buy grocery. Those salesperson or the worker inside the grocery shop is actually your stakeholder that fall into this quadrant. Because as a man, I believe the chances that you go to grocery shop alone is very, very minimum. So you might not know where the egg located, where is the sugar located, where is the flour located, and you need their help and support to show you where is the place. And bear in mind, if you didn't, you make this group of people annoying, they might upgrade themselves from the green, become the purple zone, become a high interest, and sabotage your project. For example, you make the worker of the grocery shop unhappy, they might keep all your sugar and tell you, sorry, no stock. So at the end, what will happen? You will go home and get scolded by your main key stakeholder, which your Mrs. Wife, say, why you never buy sugar? Okay? So this, although they are not important, but you need to tell them, you keep them informed, be nice to them, but not to overwhelm them too much information because they might not interested what you want to do. Okay, just that make them happy. That's all. Okay. So after you know what you want to do and who is the key stakeholder that you have to take care of, what you need to do, is to take care of your key stakeholder, which is your team member or your sponsor, of your bosses and all these things. Okay. So due to this COVID-19, more than 90% of the exec level of people have the understand the new term, so-called, I won't say new term, but a lot of people might not experience before. It's called work from home. Okay, work from home might be it's a dream or a wish for a lot of the people in the past. They say, oh, it's so good. I don't need to dress up. I don't need to save my travel time. But after this 1 month of the MCO, I believe majority of us, especially a parent who have kids at home, will know that work from home is actually not an easy task. Okay, I'm going to share with you one of the photos that I received in the social media yesterday. Okay, so the first photo is actually what will happen when you work from office. Everyone's very good looking, great smile, everything is perfect. But when you're allowed to work from home alone, and things start to change. The makeup is gone, you need to take care of hairstyle and all these things. But during MCO, while you work from home, you train her to cook, e-learning for kids, and Zoom meeting with your boss, this is how you will look. Okay, you will screw up everything, and everything is gone. So this is what I want to bring to my next topic is that how when you have a team, we have to work from home, we manage so many things. How you manage them remotely? Okay. So here we talk about, okay, here we go to the next section is how to manage a team who works remotely. That means it's work from home. It's not, so it's no longer like the traditional way where everyone stay in the same office, same cubicle. What we need, we just need to walk to them and say, hey, this is what I want to do. Or you just, probably sometimes you just need to stand up and say, hey, this, why you never pass me this? It's very simple. But now, no. Everyone stay at home, facing the laptop, doing that thing alone. So how the working style and the way that we manage a project and manage our employees is actually totally different. Okay, number one, number one, you need to have kind of the flexibility given to your people. We need to transform from last time what we used to have a process focus. When I say process focus is we like to have a timetable for them. For example, from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, what you need to do, 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, what you need to do, 9, then what you need to do, okay? Then by 11 o'clock, you need to give me this and this and this. We use, as an Asian, we used to focus a lot of process. But if you have a team working remotely, you should change from the process focus to another things which I call it as a deliverables focus. Means you don't care how the team member is doing as long as they can meet the deliverables with the specific time frame that we agree on. Okay, like what we mentioned just now, in the daytime, probably they need to entertain their kids or family members. They cannot do something which need a high focus or analytical. They want to do it at nighttime, everything. It's up to them. As long as they can complete the overall cost within the timeline and within the time budget, then we should allow them to do that. We should need to give them the certain flexibility to segregate their own timing. Okay. The next one is probably engagement. Okay. As I mentioned just now, probably last time we all are staying in the one same cubicles, so we can feel somebody is sitting beside us, we are friends. But after some time of working from home, you can feel like, hey, I'm so kind of like I'm alone. I don't know what my friend is doing. I don't. So the trust level and the relationship is being impacted. There's loss of the engagement. So this is the job of the HR or the job of the managers to think how to engage back the team member or your employee while they are scattered around the place. Okay, I give you a very good example which I've seen before myself is one of the company, the HR department set up a meeting 8:30 every morning. Okay, it's a very short meeting invitation, but it's compulsory attended by everyone. It's just a 15-minute session, but they never talk about anything related to the job during these 15 minutes. Okay, what they do on this minute, they give opportunity for the employee or the team member to chit chat about themselves, talking something about their home, sharing some of their expertise, or they do some energetic exercise. Okay, either they say, come, we do some breathing exercise, or jumping, or some energetic exercise to make you awake to have a great day, along a great day, and so on. So he have one session in the morning and one session in the afternoon. So in fact, this is a policy that one stone is killing two birds. Why I say that? Because at this one time, your employee have a chance to still engage with their colleagues, so clean up their minds before they start to do work, because they can do chit chat and everything with as a platform for them to chit chat with their colleagues and sharing something that happened at home and so on. The other way, which is very important and very might be interested by the HR, the entrepreneur, say, this is the method. You make sure all your employees staying in front of your laptop 8:30 in the morning. So none of them can sleep late and go and do other things. Okay, everyone has a commitment 8:30. I need to start work, stay in front of the laptop. Okay, so this is kind of the one stone killing two birds technology. So, and at the same time, you can engage all your employees. So you can think of all these kind of activities so that you can help you to engage your team member who's scattered around the world or maybe scattered around the country. So the next one is the motivation. So after some time that you're working alone at home, you will feel like I'm changing from the team member become a solo ranger. Everything I have to manage myself and don't know whether what am I doing is correct or not, how did it contribute. So it's a manager's or it's a leader jobs to motivate your team member. So what you can do as a leader is probably early in the morning before you start any of the meetings, you tell them what is the achievement we have for past week or past days. For example, you can say, "Oh, great! Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. So, although we are not getting together, but we managed to achieve whatever and whatever for past 1 week, and our management is very happy with the progress and hope we can move forward to the next section, next stage, or something like that." Okay, to let your people know that whatever that they do is actually bring some value to the company and not just simply doing for nothing. Okay, so the motivation point is very important. And I believe one of our topic, I will not touch more because one of the topic for this session is motivation. So Mr. Suhu will explain more on this area. Okay, the last point, which is the most important if you have the team remotely, is a communication. Okay, because you are the team is no longer stationed at the one same place. So how you communicate with them and which are the method that you use to communicate with them is very important. Okay, hereby I write down there's a 3 way of the communication. The first one we call it as a visual communication. Visual communication meaning that people just need to read. Like you publish the things in the newspaper, your publication, your internal bulletin to inform them. Like, okay, for example, the information like how to clean your keep hygiene, clean your hand, everything. Yeah, this is something that you can use a visual communication if you want to pass this kind of general information to your team. But if you are talking to your key stakeholder, for example, that if you go to buy grocery, it's your Mrs. Wife, yeah, you never use this kind of visual communication. You should use the verbal communication. This is where a lot of men doing in the grocery shop. Use your phone, call, and make sure whatever that you say is aligned with what your key stakeholder is understanding. So so never, please bear in mind, never send the email to your key stakeholder only and assume that they're going to reply you. Don't do this. I do understand that you might need the right email as a record, but you need to call them directly or set a meeting to understand, discuss, to get their feedback before you send out an email to finalize whatever that you all have been discussed. Okay, never just rely on email. It won't work. Believe me, it won't work. Especially you are not meeting them face to face. Okay, the next one is the email. The last one is the most common things that we use is email or memo. Okay, this email memo is only suitable that those that you want to let them get informed, but do not need any feedback or acknowledgement from them. These people usually we put them on the CC level, okay, carbon copy level. So this is a 3 method that we usually communicate with our team. So use the right methods when you want to talk to the specific stakeholder in order to prevent any of the miscommunication or misunderstanding to jeopardize your projects. Okay. Yeah. So another very important topic, we still stay in the communication level because we are now no longer staying the same office. You cannot see the face expression or people behavior in daily manner. For example, in the past way, I stay in the office. If I see my staff coming with this kind of face, what does it mean? Come on, he or she is in a very bad mood. Better I don't go and disturb that. He or she, I beg for. But in the remote team environment, you have no way to see how the person behaved today, how their mood today. So what you need to do is you have to be use a very there's a general guideline for you to reference to, do and don'ts. Okay, let's go with the do first. First, you need to be considerate. So as what I mentioned just now, you need to allow a certain flexibility to your team member to have their own time segregation. Okay, you need to transform from the process focus to the deliverable focus. Okay, these are the very key things. Okay, transform from the process focus to the deliverable focus. Okay, the next point that I want to talk is showing the appreciation. It's like what we mentioned just now. You do not like, you can say that every time when you start the topic or you want to start the meeting, you can tell them, oh, I know that whatever that you're doing is very good. You see, what you have done, we are actually helping our company to achieve some kind of the results and all these things, to make them feel that whatever they do is being appreciated by the company. Okay, so they whether the time they spend is not wasted. So this is because without telling them, they have no idea whether what they do is correct or not correct, because they have not attended to other of the members. Okay, and bear in mind, do not every time when you start the meetings, do not immediately give the instruction. Say, today I want to do this. Okay, it will make your team member annoying. Okay, you might start with a very nice way saying that, oh, good morning, team. Today we are. I want to share with you what we have achieved for the past 1 week. Blah 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 blah. So what we want to do next in order to bring this better. Okay, use this kind of the statement to encourage your team so that they can contribute more in the next time. Okay, the next thing, which is very very important when you go to the remote team, communicate effectively. Okay, like what I mentioned just now, we wouldn't see the people face mood, their expression in the daily manner right now. So do not make assumption that people will know what am I thinking. There's no way they know, because they don't know what are you doing at home. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to spell out your requirement and your deliverable very 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 clear. Okay, that don't use a general statement. Okay, use a very specific. I want this report, ABC report, by Monday 9 a.m. Don't use the same that I want this report as soon as possible. Okay, then they will know, oh, as soon as I can plan my own time. No, for the remote team, you have to be very very specific what they want, what you want them to do, and in what timeline. Okay, and last is a two-way communication. Okay, because you are not facing face to face, so you need to understand whether your team member really understand what are you talking about. So a very one good way is when you going back to example, say that, oh, Mr. Tan or Mr. Lee, I want you to submit. I need this report by Monday 9 a.m. Okay, how are you going to? Okay, this is a statement I give to them. Very precise, very good. But how are you going to get their feedback to say that whether they really understand? Do not use the general, again, do not use a general way to ask them. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, if you ask this kind of question, as a Malaysian, you may know what's the answer you will get. You may understand. So you may not know whether they really understand or they don't understand. They might shaking their head but tell you that they understand, right? So try to use a way which can make them acknowledge. For example, you tell them you want the report by Monday 9 a.m. So you can add the question, ask back to them. So when you think you can send me the report? So if the answer they give it to you is, I will send, okay, oh yeah, okay, I acknowledge, I will send you by Monday before 9 a.m. Oh, then it's very clear. That means they know, they really know what you want them to do. But if the answer is still very general, then, oh, I will send you as soon as possible, I will send you next week. It means that they not really catch what you mean. Okay, your statement is not clear enough. So you need to emphasize again. Yeah, I know you have to send me next week, but I need the report on Monday 9 a.m. Do you think you can send me on Monday 9 a.m. or what time you think you can send to me? Okay, try to use a word to make sure both of you are aligned with what is the requirement, what is the deliverable, and what is the time frame. Okay, so this will be so-called two-way communication. Send to your people, and they have to feedback to see whether whatever that you want to send to them, they receive. Okay, and after we know what to do, and now we go to what we don't do if you want to talk to the remote team. What you want to do? First, do not request sympathy. Okay, a lot of bosses or a lot of the leaders, when they first have a call, they say they would like to tell the team, especially during this crisis, they say, you know, we are in a very hard situation. Who cutting pay, you know, and I think we are very low cash flow. If you cut this kind of statement to your team member, In fact, it won't give you any positive impact. It will just give you a very negative impact because you are losing the confidence. They're losing the confidence to the company, and their motivation level will go down and go down and go down. So try to use a very, or know you want to bring out the message, but try to use a very positive words. For example, what you can use is that during this crisis, COVID-19, every other industry suffered. Including our company, also we suffer like causing low cash flow and all these things. But I believe with the hard work from all of you, we can definitely overcome this. So let us can we don't use the word you or I, can we discuss what we can do in order to bring out the level. Okay, so this is another way that to talk to your team. The second one is do not micromanage. As I mentioned in the past, I already emphasized many times. Allow some kind of flexibility to your team member to segregate whatever job that they need. Okay, do not micromanage and insist them by what time and what time what you have to do. You only can have your lunch at 1 to 2 o'clock. You can, but probably maybe their family have a lunch at 12 to 1, correct? And they go back to work at 1. So don't need to micromanage them. Treat them as adults to give them, let them, as long as they can provide you the deliverables on time and on budget. Okay. The next point is very important. When you have the remote team, do not make assumption yourself without acknowledge all the information or the source that you are giving. It seems like what happened during this MCO. We received from WhatsApp a lot of information, fake news. Say where and where got one people get infected, where and where got closed down. But in fact, we just forward everything out. But do we really go and verify whatever information you get is correct? A very good example is like you are getting information from your colleagues or your friends. Say, hey, you know, I saw your stuff is inside the shop lots during working hour. He probably not concentrate on job work. Do not jump directly to a conclusion. Say that, this stuff is a problem. I really need to sack him or whatever. Try to talk to your staff first. Why you can, and you don't pinpoint saying that I know you're going to shop lot in this time and this time. No, don't do that. It's just saying that do you need some help? What happened you can say that I need some help on 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, but I couldn't get through. So do you think that something is happening or anything I can help? So probably they can tell you, because one of my power cable burned down, I need to go and buy in order to resume back my laptop or all these things. So always go and verify whatever the thing that you want to know directly from your team. Do not get from some third-party source, okay? Do not get from third-party source. And last, don't always offer criticism. Okay, it doesn't mean that you cannot point out what something is wrong, but use a right way or use a better way to point out. Don't say that, hey, come on, what are you doing? Why is like that? Why is like that? Why is like that? This is a very common statement that a lot of our bosses and a lot of leaders like to use. But when you have a remote team, the impact or negative impact that this kind of statement will be double or triple, because inside the same office, after you come out with this kind of statement, you probably still can see the expression and go and apologize face to face to them or some kind of this. But if you are running the team remotely, you have no way to do all this kind of job. So even you want to criticize or bring out the problem, you need to use a positive way. Okay, for example, you say, I received whatever job that you sent to me, but I found that there's something that we still can improve better. So can we discuss what are the other alternative way that we can improve it better? Okay, or use this kind of statement, which is kind of encourage people that make them think the main purpose is don't let them feel that they are stupid. Okay, whatever they do is useless. Okay, just let them feel that you appreciate whatever they do, but there's still some room for improvement. So we work together. Okay, this is something that we have to do. Okay. Yeah. Oops. Okay. So from this diagram, you can see this is what we have on the projects. So what to do as a leader to manage projects or the entrepreneur as a company or enterprise. Okay. Whatever you want to do, you have the goal, your deliverables. Then you need to know, you need a proper planning on your timeline, how long you want to complete, and the budget. Then you need to have a closely communication, which we touched just now, how to communicate with your team in order them to help you progress and any changes to your project to meet the project goal. And now we want to enter to another very important point, which is how to monitor your projects. It means how you're going to ensure everything that's done by your team member is still within the timeline budget and can meet the project goals. So how are you going to monitor them when you have the remote team? Because you no longer can go to their place or see whoever received their document and check. No way. So how are you going to do that when you come to this new era? Yeah. In fact, this COVID-19 is actually further accelerate the process of the so-called IR 4.0, Industrial 4.0. I'm not sure how many of you, I believe all of you may hear about IR 4.0. Yeah, it's talking about the automation, the real-time information and all these things. Yes, same as this project management. We need to fully utilize the IoT, the Internet of Things, okay? Throw away all your hard copy is no longer valid now, especially in this remote way of the working, because as what our PM say, do not expect you will behave or work like a normal in the past for next half 1 year. What does it mean to you? It means that you still, even you can go back to office, you still need to have a social distance. You couldn't have a big group of the meetings. So very good news is you can convert all your conference room become another usage because you cannot allow to have these kind of meetings anymore. So all the hard copy, you have had some cost saving because you no longer need to have a hard copy. So what you need to do, you need to convert everything, become a cloud platform. Okay, there's already some ready cloud platform in the market, such as the Microsoft Teams, Trello, and Modo. This is a platform where all your team members can access the file and the database spontaneously. It means the information is lifetime. Whatever changes, it immediately reflect and show to all your team members. So this will ensure all the whole project team is always on the latest and updated information, so that they are not saying, oh, I'm not aware of that. I know who have put any changes. Everyone on the same page. So this is a powerful the cloud system. Okay, you need to have a very proper cloud platform. The communication tools, you need to have a very select a very good communication tools to engage all your team members. Like today, what we do is we have a go-to meeting apps to engage all of us. Let me see. We have around 156 participants here. So this is how we engage all of you. These are very powerful communication tools. So you have to decide what is the tools that you want to use in your enterprise or in the project teams. So, but one thing I want to recommend and bear in mind and so-called advise most of you are try, do not separate the tools used for your work and also private. In Malaysia, all of us using WhatsApp as our daily live communication tools. We talk to our friends, our family members, everything with WhatsApp. So imagine if you also using WhatsApp as your working tools, then it might your employee might not so focused when they read your message. Okay, so imagine you are using the other tools like some kind of Telegram. Okay, it's not so common use in Malaysia. Okay, whatever they on the Telegram, they know. Okay, this is what works. This for work. I need to really serious focus on what you do. Okay, so this is kind of the recommendation I'm giving. Try to separate out the private and also works. And also a great thing to separate this thing is you might you won't overload your employee. Like you won't message the employee at the midnight. Because if you're so used to message WhatsApp to a friend at midnight, you automatically WhatsApp also to your employee in the midnight. In fact, this is not so linear compared to okay. And the last, you need to control your time and track your time and the budget in timely manner. So what the software you can use is a Microsoft project and also the Gantt chart that you can know if this project been delayed, this activity been delayed, what is the impact for the next one. Okay, I'm not going to touch very in details on this IoT thing because I think we have another topic given by Mr. Tan that how to using the AR and also IoT after this COVID-19. But I want to show you what is the tools that we use in project management. Okay, so this photo actually show the traditional way of rerunning projects. Okay, we have a very big whiteboard. We stick all the post-it on it, who to do what, whatever, what's the next, and so on. Then once you complete it, you just stand it out and tear it out and so on. Another good news for now is this way is no longer streetable. And another cost saving to all the bosses, you can scrap away all the this kind of the bot, okay, no longer streetable. What you replace, it replaced with this e-dashboard, okay. This actually I cropped out from one of the online cloud platform. I won't show the name because I'm not selling the platform, but what I want to show you is the powerful of the cloud platform that we have currently in the market. So for example, now we are talking about the project is called COVID-19 recovery plan, okay, recovery, the project name. So what you need to do, like things to do, you have to prepare the reaction plan, or you need to submit the application to MITI in order to resume the work during the MCO. So to-do list, or another to-do list that you have to do is like you need to prepare the approval letter to all your employees so that they won't get stuck when they face a roadblock by police and soldiers. Or what you have completed, for example, you have filled up all the form and ready all the documentation that submit to MITI. So this is all the interface that show all the activity to replace the traditional whiteboard. Okay, and one good thing of this online platform is you dedicate specifically who is the owner of each activities. Like for example, if you go into details of the submit application to MITI, you will know who is the member involved. Every other member will receive an email after you put their name in, and they can and they can write down their comment or the update what they have done. Is it the due date? If they have any attachment, they can attach to this particular area. So every of the project team member or the key stakeholder will. I received some of the feedback say cannot hear me. Can you all hear me? Can you all still hear me? Okay, good. Okay, good. So you allow your team member to provide the update, and the rest of the member also can see, oh, what is the progress now? So is it now my turn to follow out what to do and so on. So it brings even though you are not staying in the same office, but everyone is actually in the same page, what is going on your project. So these are very powerful tools. You need to have this kind of platform when you have a remote team. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. I think I come to almost the end of my session. So I want to flashback why am I talking for past about 1 hour. So first, during this COVID-19, you might have a lot of ideas, or maybe it's a lot of on-hand activities that you on hold before the MCO. Okay. Now is the time for you to really list down all the activities and reprioritize them. See what are the things that you really want to do, and which is the project can bring the biggest impact to your company in the shortest time, probably the lowest cost in the limited resource. Okay, you need to really know what the projects. The second one, list out all the key stakeholders that might impact in your projects. You know, like what we keep on mentioning, we have a very limited resources. We are not afford to have any mistake. So as one, I give you a lot of examples just now. If you miss out any of the stakeholder, they might easily jeopardize your projects. So list out all the stakeholder it might impact direct or indirectly to your projects. Okay, do not miss out them. Then, when you have a remote team because they have to work from home, how you need to do? Transform yourself, transform your management style from the process focus to a deliverable focus. Okay, give your employee have enough flexibility to segregate their time. Last, have to be communicate precisely to your remote team what you want to do. Do not assume they know what you think. Okay, because in the past, maybe in the same office, from your face, they know what you want to tell them. But if remote control, you probably only see them from a video only 1 hour or 15 minutes, and probably they are not proper dress up and all these things. So you might not know what are they really thinking about. So you have to tell them really, really precisely. I encourage you to use a two-way communication to make sure whatever that you tell them or you want them to do, they really understand. Okay. And last but not least is fully utilize the latest technology, IoT, to monitor your project progress. Okay, and to bring all your team members into the same page so that maybe you have a lot of conflict, like saying, oh, I don't know, this thing is happening, I don't know who is already done their job, I don't know this is my turn to do a job. So all these things can be eliminated if you have the very online platform to have an overview for everything. Okay. Yep. That's all that I want to share with you all for today. So I'm going to open up the chat box to see what other questions that you all have. It can be any question other than whatever am I talking today. So, okay, let me go through the chat box. Okay. Okay, can you share the tracking platform name? Okay. Again, I'm not the seller of the platform, but the screenshot that I'm doing just now, this is Trello. Okay, but there's other than Trello, there's still a lot of the platform that outside you might use that I mentioned. I give you a few examples. Microsoft Teams and Mono, Zoom actually, in fact, you also have, but I know Zoom there's a lot of security issue right now. So try to select a platform that is suited to your company needs, or if you have enough fund or enough budget, you can even get the developer to develop a new platform that specifically for your company. That's also another alternative way. Okay. Trello, you want to know the spell of the Trello? It's here actually. Trel is here. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So any other question that I have? Yeah. Now this is a fantastic part of Malaysian. When we ask any of the questions, 99% there's no question. But after the session, there's a lot of questions coming in. Okay. So, but not to worry, not to worry. We will upload the slide to the our online platform. And if you have any question, like I mentioned just now, yeah, the slide will be shared. The slide will share. Dato will tell you all how the slide will be shared later on. The thing is like, if like I mentioned just now, project management actually is a very broad topic. It involves a lot of things: how to plan your projects, how you risk management, cost management, all these things. So there's a series of programs that we're offering by the Humanology. So if you want to know more, actually you can contact Humanology, and this is my email address. You can contact me. But if you want to ask anything of the training course, everything, please contact Humanology. They are the main party to do that. Okay. So what is the best? I have a question. What is the best and the practical way of communication to the lower level? Okay. From my experience, for the lower level, what you need to really do is you need to go down to them. Okay. Do not. Okay. If you want to go to the bottom level, do not dress up like me. Okay. This is not a good choice. Okay, try to dress up like what they are dressed up, to make friends with them, to tell them to tell them first of all, you have to listen to them. Okay, before you talk, you listen to them. The bottom people, the things that we as I mentioned, we always have a problem is we rarely listen to our lower bottom people. We think that we know better than them, we are smarter than them, a direction we give is better for them. So, but in fact, they have a very good idea. Like recently, I giving a lot of training course to a postman. Okay, they are the lowest level in the post Malaysia. So, in fact, they have very great idea and very fantastic input. So, as a management, you really need to go and talk to them, go down to the level, put down your level, put down your ranking, dress up like normal, jeans, short, whatever, go down to them, bring them to the mama or whatever, talk to them to understand what they know. Then if they feel that you are carrying them, you appreciate them, trust me, they will really, really contribute whatever that you want them to do. So the best way is go down to the bottom, listen to them before you give any of your input, and use a positive way to talk to them. Do not give instruction. Like I show you a lot of examples, do not immediately give instruction. Okay? Use a positive way, say how, and try to use the word we together and not use I, you. Don't use this kind of word. Okay. So yeah, Zara, am I answer your question? So okay, I go to the next question. It's very hard to distinguish difference between telling precisely and what you need to done and micromanagement. Can you elaborate a bit more about it? Okay. The difference between telling precisely and what you need to be done. The thing is, you need to tell your people what are the things that you want to receive from them. Okay, for example, you want them to do ABC report for you. Okay, you tell them that okay, you you want to ABC report. I want this ABC report, but what I want inside this ABC report, this one, this one, this one, and this one. This is the minimum that I want to have. If you have more things, you can. If you have more idea, of course you can top in. But at minimum level, you need to have this thing. So this is your benchmark, this is a requirement you set to them. Then you leave in the employee to have enough flexibility to innovate or to do whatever that they want to do. So don't micromanage them. You have to follow this template, and you have to one first sentence. Micromanage is kind of like first sentence you have to write this, second sentence you have to write this, third sentence you have to write it. This is called micromanage. But tell them precisely what they want. You just give them the guideline or the scope or the goals that you want them to achieve. So depends on them how to do, how they want to present, or how they want to innovate to achieve all these of the goal. So this is the difference between telling them precisely and the micromanagement. Okay, I hope I answer your question, ASEAN. I can elaborate more if you have other questions. Okay, so Amar, what is the way of communicating with the employee during MCO time, which they have limited on having their notebook and smartphone? Yeah, this is kind of, I agree, this is a problem. So this is kind of the investment that we need to do as an employee and or the entrepreneur. Because as I mentioned, the COVID-19 actually forced all the industry to transform. And transform, of course, you need some budget involved. Actually, it involved like select the tools. If you want to select the tools, you need to provide them the sufficient gadget enough, definitely. So yeah, so I know it's difficult, but this is up to your place. You have to invest on the gadget and supply to them. This is no way, but like same as us as a trainer. In the past, we have a lot of face-to-face session. Now we are not allowed, so we need to have this kind of the visual session. And the Humanology also have to invest on all these go-to-meeting apps and all these things. So some kind of investment is needed. This cannot be avoided. So it's very difficult for you to just implement it without any kind of the investment. Of course, you can choose those investment with those with minimum investment. Probably you can start with WhatsApp first, then after that you upgrade to Zoom or go to Team and so on. Yeah, internet connection. I do agree. Yeah, I know there's a lot of things that we talk a lot. So it depends on how we. It's kind of like another investment that you have to apply to your or company. What's it called, to employee. Like what I know, a lot of company, in order to then make their employee work from home, they even ask them to fix on all the. If you don't have the internet, you just need to buy the data, and company will pay all the things for you, as long as you can be online and we can engage you. Okay, these are the things that has again is some kind of the investment needed by the things. Yeah. What type of activity that can engage all the employees? You means after the MCO? Oh, for me, I think the experience that I had in the past is the HR guy. He have a early in the morning meeting 8:30. Okay, he have actually two sessions. The first session is everyone engaged, like he have a breathing exercise. And when the first session of the meeting is they have a breathing exercise where everyone of the team member is attending. So engage everyone, and after that, after the breathing exercise, then some motivation quote that given by the HR or the head, but try not to touch the works. Then after that, he distribute the meeting into a small groups to allow among your team, among your department to chit chat around and all these things. So this is kind of the way that you can engage your employee. Yeah. What is the best and practical way to communicate to higher level? Yeah, it means all the your key stakeholder. Yes. So what I'm saying, you need to use two-way communication. Okay. My suggestion is you try to go to them. If you cannot go to them face to face, you try to give them a call. But before a call, you need to ask them whether they are convenient to talk and so on. Then after that, you need to set. First of all, you need to set a proper interval. How long you want to talk to them? Okay. For example, I go back to the example I used just now. Go to the grocery. You want to buy things. Your key stakeholder, your Mrs. Wife. you have to ensure everything you buy is correct. So you need to find whether you want to always stay them online. So throughout your whole session, you are in the grocery shop, you are always using your phone to show them what thing, or you want to tell them, okay, before I enter, I call you to ensure what I'm going. Before I pay, I call you and tell you what already is my basket. Is it correct? Not correct? Not correct. What am I need to do? So normally you can set the interval, and also normally the interval is defined by the milestone. Okay, every of the milestone, before the milestone, you need to get the acknowledgement and agreement from your key stakeholder. And the best way to do is use meetings, call, follow up by the emails. So this is a way that I will recommend. Okay. Thank you. Thank you a lot. The company invest in Dogo. Yeah, I think Maggie give another platform. It's called Douglas, if I'm mistaken. Yeah, it can use for the employee that which is lack of internet connection. Thank you, Maggie. It's a very good. I personally I never tried on this. We call Douglas, so we can have a look if you want to have a minimum investment. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Zara. So any other question that we have? I hope I answered the those that put out the question just now. Okay. So best way of rewarding an employee during the MCO for motivation. Okay. The most direct one is, okay, which a lot of the company used to be done. Okay. There's a lot of company resume work during this MCO actually. So what they do is they give some token of appreciation to their employee. Like they give free meal. If they force or they are asked to go back to work, they give some free meal, or they give some allowance for them to make them feel that they are the company appreciate to them. Or those that have to work at home, what you can do is you can subsidize them with the internet, like what you call network. The paying for, you can pay for their network, or you can pay them for the any investment that needed in order to get them to stay online. Like for example, their data only they have 1 gig per month. You can pay them so that they can have unlimited data, and also so all these things are the way that you can show the employee feel that I need you to work from home, but I have to resolve whatever problem that you have. Okay, I won't leave you alone. Say something. Yep. Yep. So any other question that anyone have? Okay, thank you, Zara. Okay, Amo, I hope I answer your question. How to reward your employee? Give them some token of appreciation. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Diana. Yeah. Thank you, Mira. Yep. Any other question? Yeah. Thank you, Lena. Thank you, Luis. Thank you, Irene. Thank you, David. So not to worry, if you have any question, you can always come back to us. Yeah, agree. Yeah, agree with Donna. At this critical moment, please stay at home, stay safe. According to the data, it seems like Malaysia is getting better, and we hope that the trend is continue, so that we all of us can release ourselves in another how many days? Yeah, another 10 days. Yeah, from now. Yeah. Thank you everyone. Thank you, Asma, Rennie, Inderjit, Jaswinder. Yep. Thank you, Christina, Kamarudin. Yep. Thank you everyone. Yep. I think I can. If don't have any question, I probably can pass back the session to Dato to have some of the preview for next session or something like that. Dato.
Thank you very much. Just to share the last sessions, which is thank you very much for participation. Please stay tuned with us. We have done a report back to one on the ministry. So actually, what is happening now is Malaysia is going to undergo this one new economics status is known as the low touch economic business paradigm. So meaning that after COVID-19, so the whole paradigm we are going to the low touch economy business paradigm, and we have done a research on that. What are the changes of human behavior on the before and after of COVID COVID-19, what are the industry that got affected, and not only that, how does the employees and also employer side, the human side, that actually would need to change. Because, for example, yesterday the Ketua Pengarah for MPC has mentioned that. So it's not about change some more. It's we need, in order to survive, is talk about total transformations. Not only that, how well your company can perform is all about how fast your company will be able to adapt and also adopt to the new business environment. So with this, so I will end up our today's session. Thank you very much, Mr. Ooi. So we are looking forward for the next session. Okay, so I think Dr. Vincent already posted that for the next session, the schedule, everything. Please register for the next session, which is by Mr. Daniel on the crisis management post COVID-19. So thank you very much. I pass back to Dr. Vincent. Thank you.
I think there's
So
one more question. Sorry,
yeah.
I think suddenly there's one more question from Hazel.
All right.
Okay.
So we will. Please, thank you for your question. And also last part, it would be, you can continue to ask question. So we will end the session by 10:50. So you have another 8 minutes more to ask any questions or say anything. Thank you very much.
So I have a question here. What are the
You can on your mic
non-modern
already. Anybody got question, you can on your mic. Thank you.
Yeah, Hazel have a very good question. He is asking that what are the non-monetary rewards that we can give it to the employee, because it's quite difficult and this crisis moment is quite difficult for the management to approve the budget for some rewards that needed to involve in the money, right? So yeah, what we can do is like in the past, when what am I seeing is you can show them that give some it's kind of like you can encourage your people. It's more on encouragement, the motivation that you can give it to them if you don't want to involve. In fact, there are some of the things that is not involve a huge amount of the money. Like if they need to come to work, you need to provide them the face mask, telling them that okay, we ask you to come to work, but we doesn't actually make you a lunch. So we will still give you some essential things, and we are supporting you and all these things. Yeah. But it's kind of like what do you call? You no need to give when I say token appreciation, we no need to be a very big amount of the things of handphone, laptop, and all these things. It can be a very small things that which may need to require there are very essential things that they need it to have their normal essential work, to do their essential works. That's more than enough already. So I do agree that some of the investment is needed, but you can start with some very essential things and not with something which is a very required a very huge amount of finance. And I believe the management may understand, because the good thing, instead of focus on what are the rewards that we can give non-monetary, we can actually use the other way, how to convince our management to pick some money out of their pockets in order to reward the employee. For example, you can do a very good cost benefit analysis to show them, but yeah, we might need to spend about 2,000, but what we will get if we spend this 2,000, the return that we get is much more than 2,000. Instead of just direct asking money from your management, you do some homework and to show them the ROI or the return of the investment is in fact is much higher. So this is the other way that you also resolve this kind of information. But because I do agree that some kind of reward is some kind, it needs to involve some of the money, but you can do it with a very small amount of money first and try to convince your management by coming out some data support. Okay, to not just use stock, but with data support. Okay. Is it help you, Hazel? Yep. Yep. We are still waiting for any question if you have.
You may unmute your mic to ask question. Thank you.
Yeah. How often should we communicate in a week? Okay. How often we should we communicate? It actually depends on who is our stakeholder and what is their role. Okay. I would recommend for those that is a key stakeholder, as I mentioned, which is very high, have very high impact. You need to keep in touch with them at least by minimum bi-daily. Hello? Okay. Yeah. So, Donna, can you answer, can you listen to me? Can you hear me? Okay, good. Okay, so I would recommend for the very key stakeholder, you need to communicate or have a face-to-face meeting with them at least daily or bi-daily minimum. So, but when I say key stakeholder, it means your team member. But some of the key stakeholders which classify as top management, they might not have time to listen to you every day. So you might agree with them, try to talk to them. What is the right interval? Okay, usually with the top management, we are talking about the weekly basis. But with the team member, we are talking about daily or the bi-daily basis, unless there's no major updates. Even though there's no major update, it's a very good that you just catch up and even you talk some nonsense. It's good because it's kind of the engagement with your team, so they don't feel alone. They don't feel that they are the solo ranger. So sometimes we have a meeting. It's not because that in sense of we want to have discussion. It's kind of like we just want to have some engagement because it's too boring at home or something like that. So we need some release tension after we have hear from your family, hear from your kids, hear from your work. So yeah, it's just kind of like engagement. Not necessarily every other meeting that you have, you need to talk about work. Okay, so in fact, what you need is when you have a remote team is you need to make them engage, make them motivate, and make them happy to work for you. Okay, so I hope I answer your question, Donna. Okay, thank you, Donna.
Any more further question? We have the last 1 minute before we end the session.
Thank you everyone.
So thank you very much. So we officially end the session today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dato. Thank you, Dr. Mason.
One more question, Mr. Ooi.
Sorry. From Narashma. May not be appreciated applicable to for employee at the operation level, how best to evaluate their productivity during the MCL. Okay, so yeah, I do agree with you. What I mean of focus on the deliverable is normally the remote team. Remote team is usually the exec level, C-suite level, so where they have to work from home. For those at ground level, they need to actually hands-on, go on the things. You need to have different way to evaluate their productivity. It actually depends on what is your KPI that you set for them. Okay. For the lower operation level, you need to you need to know what is their KPI, and you need to guide them. It's kind of it's not it's kind of like guiding them, saying that how you're going to achieve the KPI. Like very good example, the recent training that we had to the Post Malaysia. We know what is the KPI of the postman. So we are giving a guideline to them or showing them the way how are you going to meet the KPI. So because some of them sometimes they are not doesn't mean that they don't want to meet their KPI or they don't want to do whatever job that they are asking. It's just they don't know how to do that. So but the best way you can do is explain to them what is their KPI and showing them or telling them or guiding them how they meet the KPI. So once they meet all the KPI, I believe their productivity will be go up. So these are our recent experience that we're having on our recent training. Yeah. So is that help you on our Narasima? Because what I mentioned just now, the focus on deliverable is more on the C-suite level. Those that are executive and above who need to work from home. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Narasima. Okay. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Thanks for staying with us. Thank you. Thank you for attending as well. Okay, thank you, Tato. Thank you, Tato Vincent. Thank you.